Alright guys, today's strength workout is actually a two-parter. You're going to find the correct weight object load for you during the first part, and then the second part is when we're going to add in a tempo to a different movement but with that weight. Okay? So when I've done this one, I've done it with the sandbag. You can do this with anything. You might need to start this nearly completely unloaded. In other words, you might be holding something in that position that we're going to ask you to hold it in without any weight. That could be the correct, your body weight could be the correct weight for you to use, especially if you have a problem with the universal athletic position step up. If in doubt what that is, we're going to cover it here, but you can also go back to the basics and hit the UAP step up. First of all, the UAP, the universal athletic position, and then the UAP step up. Okay, so what we're doing is you're going to do 3 sets of 5 reps on each leg with a loaded UAP step up. Like I said, it could be with almost nothing. You might be holding a water bottle. You could actually just have a band so that you're getting the tension in the positions. Right? So in other words, when we have it on our back, you would have the band here on our back, so we're getting tension through that shoulder. When we have it in the opposite shoulder, okay, you would just literally have the band, and the hand there is taking this arm out of the equation for your balance. And then when we have the overhead position, you're literally just holding that band overhead. But you're going to do 5 reps of the loaded step up with your object on your back on each leg. You're then going to do it on the opposite shoulder. So when this leg is stepping up, this hand will be on this shoulder. When this leg is stepping up, this hand will be on this shoulder. Then we're doing 5 reps of it in that overhead position. Like I said, I done this with my sandbag, so I had the back position for the first set of 5 reps here. The opposite shoulder is obviously still the opposite shoulder, and then the overhead position is having that sandbag engaged in overhead. You're using that first part to find the correct weight for you. You might need to try it multiple times to find the correct weight for you. Should be doable, but slightly challenging. Okay, so I'm going to demo this with the band. The UAP step up, floor, hips, object on my back, get those arms engaged, gripping the bench. Now the height of this step up is going to be completely up to you. It could be a couple inches off the floor. You don't want it any higher than this. I don't want my knee higher than my hip when I step up. Then come to the high knee position and step back down. We do 5 reps on one leg, floor, hip, step up, and back down. If I managed all the 5 reps on each side with the back, I would then go to the shoulder. If I found it ridiculously easy and I think my weight is too light for me, I could try a heavier weight for the opposite shoulder step ups. If I found it too heavy on the back, I could go lighter and redo the back ones again. And then finally the overhead, 5 reps. When you're doing multiple reps, guys, the foot can stay on the object you're stepping up to. Remember, this could be a hardback book, it could be a stair in your house, it could be as little as a couple inches, or look, I said, that knee being just below the hip. Now that you found the object or the weight that you're going to use, whether it's unloaded, a lightweight, heavyweight, your sandbag, whatever's going to be, we're now going into part 2, which is tempo split squats. 3 sets of 5 on each leg. We're controlling the tempo on the way down and the way back up. We are not pausing at the bottom. You can pause at the top and reset if you wish, but we're only controlling the tempo on the way down and the way up. Pick a tempo you want to start on, and we're increasing that tempo each round. So when I've done this, I started with a 3 count, then I went to a 4 count, and my final round I went to a 5 count, and it was plenty challenging with my sandbag. But the split squat, foot on an object behind you, leg out in front, you would have your weight however you wish to hold it. And we're coming down for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You do 5 reps on one leg, then 5 reps on the other. Yes, the bin men are outside, and this is incredibly noisy. This is a long video, so I am not going to record it again. Hopefully you can still hear me. Now, if you don't have a bench or something that you can get your foot up on, right, you're going to use whatever it is you had for your step up. If you still can't manage this, you can adapt this back to a split stance position. Okay. Back foot is active. What I mean by that is toes are digging into the floor, right? Toes are pointing straight ahead. I've got my heel off, this foot gripping the floor, right? Tension through the hips, and come down for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You might not make it all the way to the floor. The important part is controlling the tempo. Tempo increases each round. You can increase it by 1 second, 2 seconds, whatever you wish. If you fail, try again. 3 rounds of 5 reps on each leg.